something that the Gordos will have to be timed very specifically for, because if they don't, this is going to be a really tough matchup for DDD.
Bro, Ninwa really messing with us right now. Like, our whole thing is to not be biased, and Ninwa threatening us with a good time with 10 gifted subs if HBox happens to win the first match of this today. I mean, look, it's best of 5. Like, HBox just, Brodie can just give up one.
I know this is a tri-state thing. I know that this is something where right now we're on Wi-Fi, we're not together, but I need this energy right now. This is grand finals of one of the hypest fusions that I've seen in a long, long time. I right now need to see these yours in the chat. I want this chat with this hype train going. I just want to see yours all over the place. So chat, let me see this hype for this grand finals. Who y'all got? You're it up in that chat.
Actually, you know, we have I just realized we have a defense technically of Jersey right now in Tri-State in Brodie Lee versus HBox. HBox being the visitor, so to speak. Brodie Lee trying to hold it down for the hometown right now. Let's see if he's able to get through to losers and get the reset, get the W, and continue this hype train we got going right now. Thank you so much for all the support. Level 3 hype train completed. That is an awesome time. Thank you, 33DDD3 coming through for the follow. 14 subs, 200 bits later. We are getting ready to grand finals. It's absolutely amazing time. Choo-choo, everybody. We're getting into game number 1.
Choo-choo, baby. Let's do this. Grand finals. Mr. Brodie Lee, the Exalted One, versus Juan himself, Hungrybox. Game 1 at FD. Now, this is something we have talked about before, Ajax. Just HBox's love for this stage. How is this going to affect the Exalted One here?
Honestly, I think this stage works tremendously in favor of Jigglypuff in terms of being able to pressure the shield, staying on top, looking for the jab reset right there, not really able to get too much out of it, and good answer with the mash out up air. But another good thing for Brodie Lee is the fact that once you get a good lead, you can just do full hop forward airs and nairs and such just to keep HBox out. So I think this match is going to work well. That looked very Pac-Man reminiscent too, going up for the grab and letting it get hit by the Gordo.
Yeah, okay, that right there, that's going to be the most dangerous thing. With the size of DDD, this is going to basically confirm these down airs into the rests. There's almost no way in hell that Mr. Brodie Lee is going to get out of that. And we saw this here. He's got to watch out for that rollout because that can be deceiving.
Oh, one good thing is we just learned that there's an answer to that in the inhale. But these Gordos putting in some work, starting to get some pressure. You got to be very careful if you're HBox trying to land against these falling up airs. You see HBox is committed to just staying against the side of the stage, not trying to go in and waiting for a mistake out of Brodie Lee. And there it is, the up tilt looking for the short hop from Jigglypuff. Not going to get it and going to get killed by the dash attack instead.
Yo, can we appreciate this music for a second right now, bro?
Yeah, no, I said somebody throwing some hate in the chat saying that this don't match, but
bro,
you know what?
Listen, I'll take Jump Up Superstar anywhere, bro. I'll take it in the gym. I'll take it in the kitchen. I'll take it in the bed. You know me. I don't sleep on Jump Up, bro.
You know what? I respect the fact that HBox tried to go for that falling there, right? That rest there, because in that situation, you might have caught him off guard. Granted, at 66%, I'm not sure. What are you doing? Alright, looking for the roll in, but good coverage on the get up attack.
That's what I'm talking about there. Those nairs are just going to be the death of Mr. Brodie Lee if he's not too careful.
Yeah, it's going to be eating those Gordos alive. And also the drift away, too. We've already seen a few times. Brodie Lee's trying to go for a lot of frame traps like he's been able to do against other people. And Jigglypuff's aerial drift is just too much to get away. Trying to look for the re-grab after the dare. Not going to get it.
Well, right now, both just floating in the air. Both can stay in that air for a long time, but the air advantage is absolutely going to go to Hungrybox here, and is going to be something that Mr. Brodie Lee is going to really have to watch out for. But finally starting to come back into this game is the Exalted One right here. That back air coming out.
Yeah, be careful with that up air. Exactly, yeah. When your HBox, you like go very high, try and stay away. But again, though, like all it takes is just a few. Oh, if that reflected hit, that was probably KOing HBox there.
It won't take much to KO at this point when you're DDD against a 91% puff. Most will kill. That up tilt, easy kill right there. That forward air, wow, man, I really gotta shut up, dude.
Yeah, you know, I think that's a big reason why we're seeing HBox aerial camping off the side of the ledge, just trying to make sure that you don't get caught by one of those straight hits. Like, just wait for Brodie to overextend, find your way back on stage, All right,
Just really good job of ledge trapping him right there, not really allowing him to do much. But, oh, just a misplace, just a tiny misspacing of the inhale. And right now, it is Hungrybox with that stage control, trying to follow it up with that short hop back air to no avail.
This is, you know what, this is actually very reminiscent of like the Sheik box kill problem type stuff, where you have to raw kill at this point against DDD, and otherwise you're gonna take a trade in the favor of DDD. That back air is gonna end up taking out Jigglypuff, because Jigglypuff doesn't have a good kill confirm at that window. You have to just go for a raw kill at 165.
Yeah, that dash attack on almost any other character would have done it, but DDD, as we said, he's a giant penguin, dude. But that back air, no problems killing. And now, tie game basically here, man. Going in this game 1. Just remember though, Hungrybox is on that winner's side. So Mr. Brodie will have to take at least 6 games.
Yeah, exactly. And also just another thing too is like at low percents, we've seen how like HBox was struggling at the high percent to get the kill, but at low percents, the combo strings and the pressure game has just been so solid. And I think a little bit better than that of like Straw Hat, not really swinging too hard and looking for the kill, trying to find that one opportunity. And I don't think we'll be seeing a rest unless it looks guaranteed out of HBox in that down air.
It was a really smart play with that down air there. Going for the down air wasn't a bad option at all, but saw that Mr. Brodie Lee was not going to give him anything. So instead of trying to commit to an option, just do what Puff does best. Get out of dodge. Just don't let anything happen. Continue to be on your positive and just stay the hell away. And right now, that back air, though, that's a big positive. And that's all +1 in the win column for Dark Order and Mr. Brodie Lee.
That was well played because you already went for it last time. You went for that falling forward air, looking for the air dodge in, trying to catch HBox and getting off the ledge, and then you commit to that back air, and you're safe. You're already in center stage, so you don't have to worry about getting a hit there. Even with the amount of jumps that Jigglypuff has, King DDD has plenty of jumps as well. One of the few characters that can contest Jigglypuff in terms of that department. So great job from Brodie Lee, really forcing the bad defensive option out of HBox in the right position to be able to get that KO.
Yeah, I think if HBox goes back to a little more of that passive play, we're definitely going to see a better job coming out there from HBox. I feel like at times HBox was starting to get a little aggressive, starting to go a little too much with those aerials. And Ardan, thank you for the follow. But I feel like at this point, if we see a little more passive play, just let DDD commit. DDD is a big boy. DDD will kill early, but DDD, because he's big, is also a very slow boy. As if he commits to an option, it's gonna be easy pickings for Puff here. But Mr. Brodie Lee is smarter than that to commit so easily. We just have to see the correct baiting coming out from Hungrybox.
We're going to see it run back to FD. Also, thank you real quick to Jordan Fahili jumping through with that follow. Now, pretty much the same start, getting that quick 40%. Now, it's on HBox to once again establish that pressure. I know, again, that it's very easy to just say, yo, you want like a stock lead against a matchup like this, right? But really, you do want that nice, comfortable stock lead because that'll let Jigglypuff go for more trades against the DDD, especially in situations like that. If you don't have to worry about possibly taking percent and going to 80 and losing that stock and losing that game lead, you're going to be much more comfortable. So let's see if HBox can get that lead he's looking for. Otherwise, you're looking very reminiscent to the other matchup. Oh, the shield break though. Yeah, that's going to break that shield, and goodbye, DDD.
Yeah, dude, people don't know about that, man. Like, again, it's a move that a lot of people don't see often, so they immediately decide to disrespect it. But that move will break full shield on a turnaround. Yeah,
unless you're playing in these weeklies and finding an HBox or a base mage or someone and playing online, you don't see a lot of Jigglypuff, so it's not something you're normally used to, like, noticing. So great job. Even after those multiple inhales, HBox still committed to going for the neutral B to eventually get the rollout kill.
We're seeing, oh my god, that up tilt, man. Just so deadly. But we're seeing great play coming out now from Hungrybox. As I said, using these pounds, these fairs, these nails to their advantage. Doesn't need to commit to any big options. Doesn't need to go for anything flashy. All he knows is that he can space out as much as he wants with these fairs. And thank you, Jack, for the follow. But
that's
right
Jack
now,
numbers.
Hungrybox in full control.
Who calls that on a landing? HBox does, coming through, recognizing that the Gordo or some kind of hit was going to happen there. And now this is a very large lead.
I swear it looked like my man teleported. I swear he wasn't even there. It didn't even look like that should have been a rest, but my man all of a sudden was just under him.
Yeah, that was huge on Hbox to get that kill, because now you get that comfortable lead. And we were saying before, you know, like Brodie Lee's doing a great job where others haven't so much against Hbox in terms of getting these anti-airs, getting those up tilts, forcing these air dodges with lingering hitbox like the up air. But when you're a whole stock up as Jigglypuff, like as DDD, you want to commit, but really you can't afford to.
That's a great Gordo placement right there too. Just hitting and sticking to the ledge, making it so that Hungrybox was not able to come out and hit with those fairs and nairs that surely would have done it at that point.
Yeah, exactly. And now you see Brodie Lee looking for one of these up airs, hopefully maybe one of these back airs as well, but Hbox just comfortably retreating to the ledge, not trying to get that up, almost getting hit by that forward air.
Oh, dude. Mr. Brodie Lee's got to tech these landings, man, or it's bad times coming out. Hungrybox with the 2-stock.
Yeah,
Just a quick turnaround from that game 1.
Very smart job, because there's been multiple times where a DDD is definitely going to want to hang out below the stage and try and maybe catch you with like a rising up air because you're trying to get them on a recovery. But Hbox went out there so fast that there was nothing Brodie could do other than pre-anticipate a forward air and catch him off guard. Wasn't ready for it. Hbox gonna take that W, bringing it to 1 game apiece. Again, here in Grand Finals. Also, thank you to the last person who followed. Once again, forgot. Well, we try to show support to everybody. Oh yeah, it was Clone. Yeah, thank you, Clone, for throwing in the follow. We try to get everybody who supports the stream. And again, like you see tonight, you're seeing those people in 1st, 2nd, 3rd place. We see some actual gifted subs and subs to the channel. It's been an amazing night so far and an amazing bracket here in Grand Finals.
Yeah. To take away from the match for 2 seconds, like, we gotta really thank you guys for coming out and supporting this tonight. We're at 113 viewers, and we got just such a lively chat that's so excited for this match. We saw the hype train earlier. Y'all are doing just incredible tonight, so thank you guys so much for supporting what we do. I know as a member of the Collision Series team, as a member of the Collision Smash team, we are so thankful for everything that you guys do to support us in this. And as I say that, boys and girls, we're heading into this game 3 right now.
Industry's joining us here in game 3 with another one of those follows. Thank you so much. We're getting here into game number 3 onto Smashville. So much smaller stage. Honestly, I get the reason behind it with like maybe a little more camping, but the thing is, it's not like Hbox is camping in center stage. Hbox is camping at ledge. So it's not the same as necessarily as like the Straw Hat match where Straw Hat was trying to force the projectiles to keep him away. Thank you, stupid dumb 1, 2, 3 for the follow. But Hbox has been hanging on the sides. However, as I say that, this is already looking significantly better for Brodie Lee with a % lead to start.
Dude, you said we saw this match. We saw this map earlier for Brodie Lee, and just how destructive he was on it. So this is something that could really work in the Exalted One's favor if played correctly. There's obviously a reason behind this. It's interesting to note that Hungrybox also witnessed that match and decided to leave this map on the table for Brodie Lee. But right now, Brodie Lee doing some damn good percentage and a damn good first stock.
Not something you see too often, a back throw actually killing, but the way to Jigglypuff definitely coming through to help with that. Looking for the down air in the forward throw, that's going to get good positioning. You got to be careful here because we've already seen Brodie's not afraid to go for that down air. However, this is an end to this stock. Goodbye.
God.
My man's just chilling. Why would you kick DDD like that? He was just chilling.
You gotta tech those more, dude.
Man's is a king. He's got a whole kingdom to take care of. Granted, not necessarily the kindest king, but you know he's working all day, just trying to catch a nap. Anyway, so here on the second stock, both of them relatively even. Good anti-up air there, right there to get away from that ledge trap.
Wow, great forward air coming out, sending Hungrybox out far. But Hungrybox able to safely make it back to stage. That Gordo pressure can't do much for Puff right now. Really, DDD struggling with this Gordo pressure.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you haven't really been able to set up as many Gordos, but a good thing at least for Mr. Brodie Lee. Oh, that could have been dangerous. If that was a missed tech on that platform or such, that was the stock from a rest. So good job. I mean, luckily not taking that. Back air falling, though, is going to take it. Brodie Lee getting himself a 2-stock to 1 lead.
Oh my god. Bad situation. Getting the down smash out. Not like that's a good idea there coming out from the Exalted One. Can't really get much off that, especially that high up. I almost thought that was gonna kill, really. So
yeah,
just like get something out.
You get a lot of people who overcharge the punish onto Jigglypuff, not realizing it's actually pretty fast to mash out of. So they end up losing a stock. Luckily for Hbox, not gonna get caught, but gets caught on the jump up with that forward air. And much like what we saw with Straw Hat, able to take it on Smashville here in game number 3.
Because if you don't know, with Jigglypuff's rest, unlike other games where you have to wait the full animation off a missed rest, all you have to do in Ultimate is wait for Jigglypuff's eyes to open. As soon as the eyes open, you can actually cancel out of the animation. So it's actually even less time than usual with other Smash games to be able to get out of them that missed rest. So Mr. Brodie Lee came down off that crazy rest read and was like, I have to do something right now. I have a slow character, I have a strong character. If I even charge this for a second, they're gonna shield it, they're gonna roll, they're gonna do something.
Yeah, you straight up had to hope for a star KO on other games to not get punished as a Jigglypuff. But now in this one, if you just catch him in the right size stage, in just enough window, you're not going to have to worry about getting punished there. But great job once again from DDD coming through. Mr. Brodie Lee able to get multiple of those edge guards where HBox was kind of just camping out on the side of the ledge on FD to avoid getting hit. Not so much there in Smashville that time. And thank you Below coming through with the follow. We appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you guys once again for all the support you've shown tonight. And it's crazy. Like, we saw such good play coming out from both, and all of a sudden that last stock, something just clicked within Mr. Brodie Lee and just went off and was able to get these fairs just left and right, it felt like.
Hammer go bunk. Honestly, DDD is actually one of the like most comical characters to listen to hit. Like, that F tilt sounds brutal. Every time you get hit by one of those aerials, even at low percent, you feel like you deserve to die.
Like, honestly, dude, it feels like every single move should kill by DDD.
Oh, we got music favor for HBox right now. We got the old Saffron City coming through. Trying to look for the Nair, but luckily for DDD, one of the few characters with plenty, but once the again, thickness of that DDD.
Go for the F smash this time. Not send up as high, can go for those a little more.
That's so huge that Brodie Lee was not at kill percent for that rest, because that was such a low percent that HBox was at. He was able, like, if that was able to kill, he was only at like 20 some odd percent, would able to like have a very large lead right now. Don't re-grab too many times though. That down smash does hit below stage. Yeah, DDD definitely one of the best characters at being able to reverse a ledge guard because of that up air, but still, great job from Hungrybox able to close it out.
Yeah, right now, thank you for the follow right there. But wow, the Gordo hammer hit?
Yeah, actually, and good job from Brodie keeping at 0% too, not taking any damage there. I'm not too surprised that we were able to see the run back onto FD, but it's pretty much like a very similar gameplay from HBox here the second time around.
And here's the thing, Ajax, you gotta think, we're one game away from a reset. We're one game away from this entire set just going back to 0-0. So now Hungrybox has got to kick this into overdrive. Hungrybox has got to be that clutch box that everyone knows. And right now, though, the Exalted One is looking, with that TNT title in hand, looking for something, looking to bring this back to completely even.
Yeah, this would be great for Brodie Lee. Get that momentum swinging at a 3-1 reset, not even letting it to game 5, and then get in the head of HBox, and that Gordo is definitely going to be one of the ways to help do so. If HBox can look for a kill and close it out quickly, we'll be looking in a good spot, but we've already seen Brodie Lee in that last game was able to kind of run away with it and get that 2-stock.
Yeah, we saw that earlier last game, as you said, but right now, Hungrybox is in a bad spot. Just able to get that Gordo right away. Down air, coming out with the throw. Good option there. Don't commit to that rest in a really killable situation at this point.
That is something I just learned too. I did not realize that Pound can literally rip DDD off the ledge there with the 2-frame. So great job from HBox understanding that in the matchup and baiting out the up smash. Unfortunately, Dash Jack not going to do it, but in a very scary spot with not only Gordo in the way, but the wall that is the back air. You got to be careful, HBox. Mr. Brodie Lee looking for one of these up tilts.
That's it.
Does he have enough? Yeah, that air dodge, much like Ness, another jump, able to get back in, and good recognition after that footstool to go for the pounds to get back to stage as well.
Just incredible recovery coming out from Hungrybox there, as you stated. That footstool I thought was going to be the end of everything, but that's going to be everything. And ladies and gentlemen, this grand finals is now reset. Mr. Brodie Lee, the Dark Order, they're not going anywhere.
This is exactly how we like it. Having even more Smash to watch tonight. Doesn't matter if we pass midnight. Doesn't matter if we're at 12:38 in the morning. We're not going anywhere. We have another full set to go. HBox played well, but Mr. Brodie Lee figured something out. Was able to get plenty of the right hits at the right time. Good anti-air game. Excellent job at reversing the edge guards from what was an impossible feat to hit HBox to an ability to consistently get damage. And Sabak Gaming coming through and joining the Collision crew. Thank you so much, as well as Blue Jay #1 coming through and showing us some support with a follow. Again, we are here in Grand Finals. Absolutely well played by Mr. Brodie Lee. We got to see what Liquid's own Hungrybox can do to make the adjustments after playing so well all day.
Right now, it's such a weird situation to see, especially because, like, we've seen those up tilts, dude. We've mentioned them all night. Those up tilts have been just the death of everyone that Mr. Brodie Lee has come across. And Joby Smash, thank you for the follow. And guys, also, at the same time, I need to give a quick shout out to my family. As you see, CS Drex, I need to give out my shout out to my family here at the Collision Smash Boys. Kevorkian, RJ, Gio, Fabio. Y'all have been running this stream for 5 hours tonight. So guys, thank you so much for y'all dedicated work. Guys, if you're new here, this is the first time you're tuning in, welcome. I'm glad you guys are here. Make sure to just follow us, dude. We host these events every week, Monday and Thursday, right here on Collision Smash. So make sure you drop that follow if you want to see more of this. Drop my boy Ajax a follow if you want to see more of him. My boy's a legend over here. Don't worry about my ass. But guys,
not even
like
close, man.
Reset in Grand Finals now. This is a situation where now we've seen the best and worst of both players. We've seen stages like the Smashville advantage for Mr. Brodie Lee just go away. We've seen advantages like the FD advantage for HBox just completely go away. Now, everything that we've seen tonight is thrown out the window. Toss it away. Doesn't matter anymore. Now we're going to see two completely different players at this point, Ajax. And now it's going to be the point where who really wants it the most.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if along the way we see a switch to a town and city. That is another very common pick we see out of HBox, but also was a pick that even Mr. Brodie Lee was able to let Straw Hat go back to multiple times, even after losing on it. So that's a stage I wouldn't be surprised if we see a scenery change too. Also, I think we'll see a bit more of a pace change coming out from HBox when HBox has a lead, because one of the things that worked very well in Game 1 was after HBox got a comfortable lead, he didn't really commit too much. He stayed just enough out of range to avoid most of those aerials that it forced Brodie Lee's hand to come at him, and he was able to seal the game out with it. But post that situation though, wasn't really able to replicate that. So if HBox is able to commit to that type of defensive play we saw the that first game, we could be looking at a very rough time for Brodie Lee. However, Brodie Lee has been cruising from losers semis, losers finals, and in a very difficult matchup in losers finals, and is now taking on HBox here, getting that first reset. All things coming up Brodie Lee right now. Let's see if anything could be changed, or if Brodie Lee walks away with Fusion.exe's weekly W here in Grand Finals in the reset of the True Finals.
Now, you have to actually take into account, that's a really interesting point that you made as well. Mr. Brodie Lee was in losers much earlier. As we know, Hungrybox came in from the winner's side going into this Grand Finals. Is that fatigue of just playing so many different people going to be a factor in this match? We know that HBox was sitting calmly watching at least 2 matches of Brodie Lee's on stream before this match even happened. How is that fatigue going to affect both HBox, who was sitting comfortably for so long, compared to someone like Brodie Lee, who was constantly having to go against opponents?
Interesting statistic to point out on that. I know this is obviously just the weekly, but if you look at the results of EVO finalists over the history of EVO, there's a much higher percentage of people who have cruised through and got into a Grand Finals reset that won the whole thing, compared to the people who are on winner's side of Grand Finals, because they carry that momentum. Yes, fatigue can come into play, but when you get an SD out of HBox like that, that is definitely a great way to give you some momentum boost and some confidence. But HBox answering right back on the Gordo toss with that rest. Great call from HBox.
My man was pissed about that SD, came right out of the gates, no just matter of his like own well-being. He was just like, I'm gonna hit this, screw you.
Now, I definitely like to see more of those down airs out of HBox as well. We already seen that has worked very quickly at the start of this, but it is such a good combo tool, and like we said before, a great out of shield option to deal with being right up against Mr. Brodie Lee.
Right now, HBox sitting at 81%, but deciding to stick more to ledge. Mr. Brodie Lee just jumping, just trying to bait out something. That's a really common tactic among players in Smash Ultimate, actually. Using those short hops to try and bait out a certain option to come in only with the complete opposite. Now we're starting to see Brodie Lee tech as he tech rolls backwards and hits that forward tilt, or sorry, up tilt to get that kill. Once again, his most deadly option of the night.
Yeah, great anti-air option, especially against the Jigglypuff matchup. We were talking before how we've seen that Brodie Lee's been going for the short hop aerials and trying to look for a roll right there. That's going to be a very solid punch. Is that dead at 23%? Excuse me? What a mistake to make in front of DDD. That forward smash going to close it out at 23% for the mistake. That was HBox.
My man was at 23% in the center of the stage. It wasn't even like he was at I don't even know, dude. Like,
so, if we're wondering about the confidence and the good feelings of Brodie Lee, we could put those all in the trash right now, because not only did you get that W off the start and you just got that reset, you got to be feeling comfortable after not only catching a couple mistakes like that, but being able to just obliterate a stock at 23% after somebody made a mistake. That is a really quick way to get in somebody's head. However, I will point out very quickly though, HBox was down 2-0 to Straw Hat in Winners Finals and ran it back 3-0 after being really, like washed around those first two games. Does that happen again? Who knows? But I'm definitely feeling very good if I'm Brodie Lee here.
Yeah, especially we've seen the adaptation of Brodie Lee has been incredible. We saw very early on in those close games of the first set of grands, we saw just trading hits back and forth, trading stocks back and forth, trading percent back and forth, and now we're seeing Exalted One, we're seeing Brodie Lee kind of run away a little bit here. It's not one-sided at all. Don't get me wrong, I still know who I'm talking about, chat. I still know that this is the Hungrybox, but right now, Brodie Lee is just on a tear. He realizes, oh yeah, you're the latest character, I'm the biggest character, and right now, HBox has no care in the freaking world.
What a great way to answer that. Not only you confirm off the jab reset, but you make sure that you get the version of that that's going to lead to that kill. I like the attempt to drag down up air there to be able to get a reset and get some extra damage, but that is a good way to just settle out. Okay, I may have just lost that stock for nearly once again, but I'm not going to let you get far out of the hand with this.
Yeah, right now, we're seeing, again, just coming down with these aerials is exactly what Hungrybox and Puff are just so good at doing. Just coming down with these aerials, not really letting Brodie Lee get off with anything. Dude, that could have been a dangerous situation with the no tech right there, but Hungrybox not really able to get too much off of it.
I like the idea of it though, like just kind of waiting in place, because you get data. It's like, okay, I'm in a spot where I look like I'm feeding for a roll. How does he react? And he gave the get up attack away. So now, do you look for that again, or do you anticipate and react to Brodie Lee again when you get that type of spot? Like, even though it's 85 to 128, this is much more even game compared to before. Got the parry, but unfortunately still got punished for that situation.
It was the parry of the hammer hit because Puff was so close. But no tech there.
That one actually was an untackable right there too because of that. So that, unfortunately for HBox, not even had a chance to get away from that, and that is huge for Brodie Lee. If HBox can shut down this Gordo game and shut down these aerials that Brodie Lee has been going for, looking for maybe a roll in right there to punish.
Oh, that was the weak hit of dash attack too. That could have actually been a kill percent dash attack, but he got the weak hit of it.
Yeah, you always have to worry about that sour hit. HBox looking for a chance right now to get a kill, and hopefully a mistake. A little bit of choppiness coming through at the wrong time, unfortunately, but it seems like both of them just kind of waiting it out and respectfully waiting for it to end. There we go.
Yeah, right now. Oh, good job. Again, I love that play. I love not committing to the deadly option, because we've seen already, apparently DDD can kill at 20-3. So, really has to be careful with these rest options.
Yeah, last thing you want to do is commit to something that costs you a stock just at 15% and already at 27% too. You can't afford to go for one of those mistakes rest. You have to get the right call. HBox just waiting it out. You got 4 minutes to play, so wait for the right call. And that right there was just very rough to deal with. Get up attack is not even close enough to getting a hit to stop that.
We're starting to see a different kind of HBox here. We're kind of starting to see a little aggressiveness. We're starting to see aggressiveness where it doesn't belong. And we're
that's
starting
gonna
to
be
see
it. Another anti-air up air. Currently, Brodie Lee up 2 games, 2-0. against HBox has won the last 5 straight. Does Brodie Lee close this out with a 6-0 straight victory, or does HBox somehow make the comeback? We are currently here in grand finals, the true final, both of them in reset. Honestly, the FD pick was working all day, but I think we might need a change of scenery at this point.
Do you think it's a change of scenery, or do you think maybe, I was gonna say change of character, but I know HBox is gonna stick with that puff. But I'm seeing with this play right now, I'm seeing exactly what I was seeing with the Straw Hat Mr. Brodie Lee match. I'm seeing HBox get a little too aggressive at times. I'm seeing HBox get to the point where now he's struggling. He's realizing, man, I'm 2 stocks down as Puff against a DDD. Like, I have to pull something out of my ass right here. And granted, like, I don't think he's just throwing out anything randomly. Again, I know who I'm talking about here, and I know my man is calculated as hell. But at this point now, I feel like HBox has to rethink how he's going about approaching in this match. Like, right there's no way that down air was going to hit with that super armor.
I think the big thing is that you're trying to look for maybe a jump right in that situation, but I agree, like, because you didn't get it there, trying to look for the dash attack into the tech away. Great music, by the way. I think the thing is, though, if you're HBox, you're trying to recreate that magic that you had before. You're trying to find that aggressive gameplay and prevent DDD from getting airborne, but it's very similar in a way to, like, the other big disjointed characters. That hammer is still a giant object that Jigglypuff has to navigate around, and that up tilt is also so much coverage. But at 104, you're in a very bad spot trying to navigate, get yourself back to stage before they're coming through, but not going to hit.
These are the kind of situations that DDD is going to thrive in right now. Yeah, DDD's at 172, as I said, that he dies. Commentator's curse is a thing, ladies and gentlemen. But right now even, yeah, he lost a stock. But right now, this is a 105 Jigglypuff. We saw a 23% kill. We'll see almost anything kill right now. The good thing for Hungrybox, though, dude, I gotta shut up, man. I swear.
And you know what? Honestly, though, it was the right idea, just got caught with that side B. But I think the way that we just saw Hungrybox handling the beginning of that second stock, those multiple downers in the side B, that might be the key to this matchup. If you can keep DDD from being able to act out of shield, you're going to win. If you can only go for an up tilt and then bait it, you're going to win. So I think that's what Hungrybox is looking for now, looking for the roll in to get the rest on the side B to get that KO. Very similar to what we saw Straw Hat do get caught by earlier with the roll in up tilt.
That is probably one of the most needed options that Hungrybox has had all day. He needed something like that to regain this momentum, and now this game is his to lose. This game is currently being controlled by Hungrybox, and now is a matter of can the Exalted One pull anything out, and he pulls up that up smash.
Wake
and right
up,
now,
DP looking ass. Just got up off stage and just went in throughout the up smash. But honestly, I like the idea because one of the biggest pressure options that HBox had was those pounds. But doesn't matter. You committed to going for up B, up above the stage, hopefully to catch him off guard. And that's going to be the first point going to HBox here in the reset. We are not done yet.
It's interesting to say that you say to catch him off guard, but that's actually been... And from what I remember, or from what I think I see, I feel like going onto stage with the low recovery has actually been the go-to option for him.
Yeah, he's done it quite a few times.
So I don't know if that's even to catch him off guard in a way.
I think the thing is, though, like, if you do that too much, you're going to get smacked around for it. Like, if you're constantly landing on stage with, like, a very laggy option like the up B, you're going to get hit. So he's been consistently going to ledge, and then he pulls it out at the right times. It's like, okay, HBox is probably looking for a pound here. If I go for the up B and he's out of the window of the pound, I might A, either catch him with the grounded hitbox and get a shield break, or B, maybe sneak a kill or a better position. So it's something you got to reserve. You can't do it too much, but it's something you still want to catch people off guard with, because if you do it too much, you die to a situation like that rest.
It's also good to notice that with those up Bs, there's actually yet to be a time where we saw in past Brodie Lee matches that he was catching that up B on some people. Actually got one of the kills, I believe, against Amaryllis with that up B.
Yep.
But we've yet to see HBox get caught by that up B. Like, yeah, there's been some things following up or not being able to be followed up by Hungrybox himself, but never once has Hungrybox actually been hit by either the up B itself or even the stars that come out after. That was actually great play there, because you saw Exalted One literally landed right next to Hungrybox with that up B, and Hungrybox jumped at the perfect time, right, able to avoid the star hit, but also be enough height, get enough height off the jump and distance to go left and hit that rest. It's really good spacing play coming out from Juan.
Oh yeah, don't get it twisted. Like I'm not saying that was a bad punish. Like that was a phenomenal punish.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that I think that it's probably going to pull away that option from Brodie Lee now, because when you go for that, it's like, okay, it's worked in the past, right? It's caught some people who are looking for a ledge trap off guard. But when you're consistently dying to that, it might be time to put it in your back pocket again. Maybe pull it out again in like the very end. But either way, what? I'm sorry, I just took a look at the chat. Look, man, Inkling is not bottom 5. That back air alone is a top 10 character. So I don't want to hear nothing about Inkling being a bottom tier character. What you mean?
Carried by
Bro, that carried by back air. What you mean? That back air literally beats a majority of the cast by itself. Anyways, though, that's not who we're talking about right here. We got the match is still going. Currently, Brodie Lee, also known, the former artist known as Adam, is playing right now up 2-1 in the reset, trying to stop HBox from getting this W, but HBox looking so much better in that game number 3. We already saw it earlier. Forma de Juan came in game number 4, sparking up a little bit of that Leo energy, really kind of tormenting Straw Hat that game 4. Does it happen here in game number 4 this time round?
It could, honestly, but again, I feel like in these situations, we see a completely different Hungrybox than we ever see in bracket. Yeah, there are points where Hungrybox is on the verge of winning, and we see a different Hungrybox compared to, say, like middle of the bracket or even at like beginning of top 8. But now we are in the situation where Hungrybox is one match away from losing. This is not about Hungrybox winning at this point. Now it's about Hungrybox losing. And that is a completely different beast to tackle.
Yo, hold up real quick. Hold up. We bottom 5 shoutcasters? Yo, we made the rankings for shoutcasters, bro. Let's go. Thank you, Profibet. So we getting into game number 4 right now. We got DDD versus Jigglypuff, HBox versus Mr. Brodie Lee. Getting it into it. On to PS2. First time we've seen this throughout the set.
Right now, yeah, seriously, bottom 5 shoutcasters. Fight me. Anyway, but
I said we made the rankings, bro. I don't know what you're talking about.
Either way, right now, the down air, dude, again, down air play, great stuff coming out from Hungrybox right now with that shield pressure. Even if it does 0 damage, that shield pressure is phenomenal for a character like Puff.
I love the consistency of how HBox has just been able to regularly land that string. Getting the Nair, falling fair into dash attack. You don't want to give up a damage. Looking for something right there. Looking for a spot dodge out of Brodie Lee, but not going to get anything out of it.
Ooh, weird F smash right there, but I'll take it. Nothing happened from it. That's all good. But both players just looking for something right now. Just really both playing a patient game right now. No one's really committing until HBox starts going. That any other character, dead. Any other character, dead.
Yeah, not many people can actually make it back from that position, getting chased down like that, especially because at some point you usually have to commit to a jump and you just get caught by that Jigglypuff Nair anyways. So great job from Brodie Lee, able to get back. Currently at 81% to 67. You see HBox looking for one of these bad defensive options, gonna get met with a down smash though.
And what's crazy about this too, Fang actually pointed this out in chat, and thank you, Fang, for reminding me of this. Brodie Lee is no stranger to this character. This is a character that he plays in Melee. This is a character that he knows very well. Yes, I understand, different game. Dash attack taking it, good stock there from the Exalted One himself. But I understand different game and everything, but it's the same for Hungrybox. Hungrybox understands that character in Melee like the back of his hand. But similar things transition over as we see that rest kill there.
Yeah, very much always want to catch that opportunity where somebody gives you a chance like that. Very laggy move in that inhale, gonna get punched by the rest. But the main concept behind it, when you refer to it in Melee as well, is just understanding what is the toolkit they want to do. Like, you need to understand what is the plan of the Puff. What is their playstyle? Are they gonna camp me? Of course they are. They're gonna aerial camp them a lot because they're really good at forcing bad jumps. So that's something that Brodie Lee has been able to punish, especially with having many jumps of his own.
Great air dodge there coming out. Predicted that that down air would come out. That would send him down even farther. It's a really good job dodging out of that there by Mr. Brodie Lee. And right now, we're basically at an even game, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, this is as close as you could get, 69% to 80. Obviously, DDD gonna have a much harder time dying around this percent by comparison to Jigglypuff. But if you make a mistake like that, you're gonna get punished very hard. Only taking a fair, but if you happen to roll on or make a bad choice, you could be looking at a rest or maybe eat a back here at the ledge. Speaking of, there it is. The inhale gonna get punished by rest once again, and Mr. Brodie Lee able to get down fast enough to at least get an up smash, but not gonna get the kill.
And right now, Hungrybox, like I said, a different demon altogether when put in a losing situation, is only one stock away from bringing this back to a game 5. On both now on the loser side of bracket, technically. So anything is possible here for Hungrybox.
That's the big thing, like we said, in Game 4 last time. But the regrab's going to get punished, going for that forward air, going to hit the ledge. We're looking at what could be the end of the tournament. Could be Brodie Lee walking away with this W right now if HBox cannot clutch this out and get this game.
I was going to say, it was a really good job from Hungrybox on there, staying off the stage, staying in the air, knowing his place on the stage, but just regrabbed one time a little too much. But right now, as you said, this is a really difficult point right now, and this is a point where this entire tournament could be over in a matter of seconds. All it takes is a single up tilt, up smash, and this entire tournament could end with the Exalted One bringing home another title for the Dark Order. But Hungrybox is just looking to add another tournament in these Wi-Fi weeklies to his name, looking to add another Ultimate tournament to his name.
Almost assisting Brodie Lee as well as he possibly can by going off and DIing to the left off that Gordo. Gonna stay alive just enough, but now you're forced into a ledge trap situation at 103. What's the option? Brodie Lee going super high, looking for that forward air, not gonna get the hit.
Great aerial movement coming out by Hungrybox too. With that back
It gets the
air
roll,
and
getting the call on the side B, going for the Gordo, anticipating, okay, he's probably thinking I'm looking for an up tilt and gonna roll in and get the rest and bringing this to a game number 5. What in the hell? The confidence to do that and recognize that situation again. You have to react so fast. Excellent play from HBox. So risky, still worked out, and we're going to game 5. Absolutely ridiculous.
Guys, I need to point this out right now. First off, as you said, game 5, obviously. Now, there's no excuses. There's no BS about this. Winner takes all. This tournament's done after this. So, y'all need to get hype in this chat right now. Y'all need to bring these views up right now. Y'all need to get loud right now. But I need to point out this fact. I was talking about the fatigue earlier. Both these players now. We're going into what? This is going to be game 9 of this set? With this, because I believe
game 9 here in between both sets.
You need to like understand this aspect though. Brodie Lee started out in winners with winners quarterfinals, lost to Straw Hat 2-1. Immediately then had to go face Web JP in a 2-0, then Slade in a 2-0, then Penn in a 2-0, then Amaryllis in a 2-1, then Straw Hat in a 3-2, and now game 9 with Hungrybox. That has to take such a massive effect on your toll, on like your stamina alone right there, with how many games compared to Hungrybox, who 2-1'd RM8, who then 2-0'd Penn, who then 3-2'd Straw Hat, and now we're here in the grands.
Yeah, long night, as somebody said. Happy 1 a.m. everybody. We are currently here at 1 a.m. on the East Coast, but we are on the last game of everything. Thank you to everybody who just threw a follow here onto the collision match. Well, right now we're getting into game 5. I am very curious to see who walks away with this. Both of these players have been playing phenomenal, but HBox with the excellent reverse 2-0 these last 2 games. Can he finish it, or will Brodie Lee finally finish his food and stop this bleeding and take home the victory?
It's crazy to think about right now. PS2, where this all started, guys, where this entire set began, where all of basically Ultimate begins, is now going to be our ending for the night. The Atomisk, Brodie Lee, whatever you want to call him, has been on a tear tonight and has come back from the worst of odds. And then you have Hungrybox, a player who's just always on top of not only his opponent but himself. Always outplays his opponent and himself, has come back from such a deficit and such a disadvantage within this grand final set, already after losing the first, and now is just looking, as I said last time, to add one more to his name.
Well, I gotta say, one good adjustment so far from Mr. Brodie Lee has consistently been getting these rolls. We already saw in the last game a big detriment to Brodie Lee in the success of HBox was getting those rolls, recognizing when a Gordo or something was gonna go off and getting the rest, but that time not fast enough with the aerial to push that Gordo back. Let's see if HBox can stop this, slow it down, but the way that Brodie Lee playing already at the start has been really good on the defensive habits of HBox, and I'm feeling really good about Brodie Lee's play so far.
I'm liking the little things coming up from HBox though, even something that's just waiting on that Angel platform. He doesn't need to commit immediately. He doesn't need to come down immediately. You're in grand finals of this set now. You're in game 5 of the second round of grands. Take your time. Take a breather, recuperate, take all the time you need before coming down and committing to something. I like those little tiny things that come out from players there.
Yeah, a lot of times people will get a little bit too aggro, get a little bit too aggressive, and it ends up costing you. Now, you see Brodie Lee is taking his time going with these retreating aerials. With the stock up, he's able to afford to do so. Just put that disjoint out there and make HBox have to respect it. Make HBox find his way in. And these aerials have been doing an excellent job of putting on damage, but what can HBox do to get the kill?
You talking about being aggro, we saw multiple dash attacks just not work out, and now we're seeing a 3-1 deficit for HBox right here. And this could be it, guys. Didn't get the tech, but didn't get the F smash either. Hungrybox missing that F smash. 124 for the Exalted one. Trying so desperately to find the first stock to take.
Okay, see HBox looking for these back airs, trying to get a mistake out of Brodie Lee. You can't really commit to rest at this point too if you screw up.
Yep, platforms.
Yeah,
this ain't FD.
No reason to even go down and challenge that right there. Don't even try it. You don't need to inhale or nothing. Just let that roll out continue. Looking for the roll in and gonna get the dash attack, but I like the fact of not going for that rest there because you don't want to give anything up. And Brodie Lee can afford to go off stage a bit further, up a few stocks.
Oh, that was such a dangerous play, deciding to go for that nair by HBox right there. That air dodge just getting back. 63% though. Guys, this won't take much more coming out from Mr. Brodie Lee, so HBox has got to pull out everything.
Yeah, HBox has to get as many strings as possible, sneak out possibly a rest KO, but you really can't afford to take any trades from this point forward at 95%. Looking for
great string.
Yeah, I like that. Realizing you're not going to get the jab lock there, so just finish with the dash attack, going to 53%. Brodie Lee forced to be stuck at the ledge, getting caught with the jump once again. HBox giving up stage control though, almost costing and not committing to the rest right there because not too comfortable with that option there, but now has in his back pocket. Okay, decided to roll in this option. What's he gonna do next?
HBox has got to play defensive right here. Can't over too much.
That was the worst possible situation to happen to HBox in that spot. Not only getting hit by the Gordo, but getting hit by the hammer, pushing back into the Gordo, taking that extra damage, and that is going to be it. Mr. Brodie Lee able to stop the reverse 3-0 and get himself a W here at Fusion.exe, stopping the run that was HBox all the way through winner's side and shutting that down. What an excellently played tournament. I have been casting all day. My throat hurts, but it was a wonderful time.